AI is coming for your job faster than you think, and you better be ready. Guys, this is super important. This topic we're going to get into today is going to be huge, so I hope you guys are ready for this. If you work in any sector or area of expertise that can be easily automated or replaced by AI, you bet your company or employer is going to want to save their pennies and try to replace you. That is almost guaranteed. Even unexpected jobs are being replaced by AI at an alarming rate right now. We see it all over the news. We know it's happening. You probably know a family or a friend that got recently laid off, and hey, yours truly just got axed from his employer, and I'm about to share that with you all in this video. Also, cheap labor from around the world has made it so that greedy executives and CEOs and people from higher up look for many ways to save every penny they possibly can. There are many jobs that are being replaced right now because companies are looking for other countries to hire employees from. We've seen it at our company. It has been happening here for some years. Countries like India, Philippines, Mexico, just to name a few, these countries are seeing a rise in growth of employment opportunities from US-based companies just looking to save a buck at all costs. Now, this isn't new. This has been happening for many years now, but even more so today. I'll tell you this, it is now more important than ever to have a diversified income stream, have as many income streams as possible. If you're relying on just the one job, on the one income stream from your 9 to 5, I hate to break it to you, but you're in trouble. And even if you don't know it yet, I'm going to say it again, you are in trouble and you need to change that ASAP. Now, this video is not to fear monger and scare everybody and, doomsday and the apocalypse and the world is coming to an end. Everybody, let's put our tinfoil hats on and whatnot. But this is a serious deal happening right now, guys, and it's really going to be impacting all of us. And what action you take and what you do about it, it's what's going to make all the difference. So today I want to have a real conversation, talk a little bit about what's going on. Truth is, this stuff is really happening and you better be ready for it. And it just happened to me, and here's how it went down. So I was going to wait until after Father's Day weekend to record this video, but I'm so fired up right now, no pun intended, that I want to get into it here and share with you guys. It is Friday, June the 13th, the Friday before Father's Day weekend. And yesterday we got a meeting invite from one of my supervisors, and a few of my colleagues and I were pulled into a Teams meeting with an HR representative. Long story short, they got down to the nitty gritty and communicated that due to company expenses and a revision of the budget, yada, 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 corporate BS left and right, them obviously looking to save every penny possible. They have reviewed all their expenses and the different teams across the board. And that, long story short, they will have to establish a separation, aka layoff, including myself and at least 3 other peers of mine. Now, first impression, I was at a loss for words because I never expected this happening at all. I did think that it was very suspicious that we got the meeting invite yesterday for a meeting at 9 a.m. this morning. And I thought it was very unprofessional that no details were given on the meeting invite about what the meeting was about. Kind of woke up this morning having a little bit of a gut feeling that it probably wasn't going to be a good meeting. And surely enough, it turned out to be a separation meeting communicating that we would have a total of 2 weeks from now until June 27th to be exact in order to either find new employment. We could also submit our resumes to see if they have any other openings available within the company. But if that's not the case, then we would, separate or part ways on June 27th. So I'm literally at the 2-week mark. This is Friday the 13th. And it's interesting that it's actually a Friday the 13th. Now that I think about it. But this just went down this morning. I'm recording this at 3:27 p.m. and some time has gone by since, and I've just been really putting a lot of thought into this. What am I going to do? What is my plan? What is my approach? What options do I have? Obviously, I told my wife about it, kind of talked a little bit back and forth. And in a way, there have been talks in the company over the last few months about AI. Like 2 years ago, AI was this big thing, try to learn as much about AI as you possibly can, build it into your everyday flow, try to use it as a tool. And I'm all in for that. I love AI. I actually use ChatGPT on a daily basis. It helps me so much, not only on my 9 to 5 work, but also on my even YouTube channel, video subscription, SEO optimization, title ideas, topic ideas, how to even break down or talk about a specific topic, research, etc. AI is so good. But of course, we've known for a while now that AI has the potential to take over your job. For those of you who didn't watch the last video, I talked a little bit about that, what I do on my 9 to 5 on that video, but I'll just go ahead and share with you guys. I am a trainer, aka facilitator, so I train kind of a call center environment, but remotely, and I'm responsible along with my peers as well for training classes of new hires, right? Folks who are new to the company, which I won't get into detail or name, obviously for privacy, but these new employees need to learn the ropes. They need to learn how to do their job, need to learn their system, how it works, customer service 101, sales, navigation, product rules, and basically everything and anything they need to be successful at their job. So that's where a trainer comes in, a human, a person. There have been talks as of recently about replacing trainers with AI. And I don't know about you guys, but anytime I kind of watch an AI video train me on anything, it puts me to sleep. And I know there's beneficial AI and there's a lot of great use for AI, but when it comes to learning something new, I need to know that I'm learning from a human, someone I can connect with, someone that I can relate to. But if it's AI, it just feels bland and boring and empty and fake. At least that's my experience. And I know new hires, adult learners, they usually connect with a trainer who can meet them at their level and tailor a training delivery in class to their needs, right? Keeping class engaged, having a good sense of humor, being able to communicate clearly, sharing anecdotes and stories about different experiences, about different times, not just the core training material, but also how this applies on their daily lives and examples as a foundation to what is being trained. But my company, just like a handful of other companies, has been really committed to trying to really use AI to save every single penny as possible. This is nothing new. Every company under the sun right now is doing the exact same thing. I just never knew it was going to happen so fast or so quickly. I also mentioned at the beginning there's a huge potential for losing your job due to cheap labor around the world. Our company has moved so much of our business. Different clients that we do business with have been moved overseas. Countries like India, Philippines, and Mexico, all these other countries where cheap labor is more affordable to them, has been a place where they have sent business that was previously in the US and now is no longer domestic, but rather foreign. And that translates into not being as busy as we used to be, even 1 year, 2 years ago. It kind of felt bittersweet thinking back about this, over the last few hours. About 2 to 3 months ago, I trained a peer of mine on one of the clients that I trained for. And long story short, now this peer is staying with the company and I'm not. It's a bittersweet feeling. And I don't mean any harm to this particular person. They're awesome. Everyone in my team is great. This is just corporate greed working its way down the pipeline pretty much. And then as of recently, as of the last 3 weeks or so, I recently cross-trained another trainer from the Philippines who, spoiler alert, will now be training my client from the Philippines. And the company's saving a lot of money, cutting my salary, and obviously taking the business abroad. So I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place right now. Was not expecting this at all to take place. Clearly it got me by surprise on Father's Day weekend. So my plan is to take the weekend to relax, decompress, think about what my options are, and what my best decision or course of action will be going forward. I should probably add for context that I have been working for this particular company since 2016. It is shy of almost 10 years. I've been working with this particular employer, which means, right, your biggest takeaway right here is loyalty means nothing. Loyalty goes out the window. You are simply a number for an employer until their needs change. As long as you're valuable, as long as they still have a need for you, yes, you have a job. The moment that shifts, the moment that changes and their priority is different, it doesn't matter how great of a job you've done over the years. It doesn't matter how loyal you have been over the years, right? You got to go, right? And they give you the chop and you're out the door. So I'm not trying to let it take an emotional toll on me in any way, shape, or form. I'm in my 30s. I'm a man. I can handle it, obviously. And obviously I have a family, right? A wife and a child, and a mortgage and a lot of adult responsibilities to take care of. So I need to just take it as it is and just develop a plan, a course of action to be able to make it past this obstacle, if you would. So one thing I will tell you as I kind of wrap up the video, I don't want it to be too long. Guys, loyalty to a company or an employer means absolutely nothing. Take it from me. I've worked for this same employer for the last decade, thinking I'm going to be safe. This is my safe bet. I didn't even look anywhere else for other opportunities and whatnot. I mean, any video you watch on YouTube about finances and personal growth will tell you that changing employers at least every 2 years can not only result in a greater career advancement, but also in a much higher pay in the long term, right? Everybody knows that, but surely enough, I didn't listen to the advice and stay with the same employer for the last almost 10 years. And looking back in retrospect, look where it led me. It led me to a point where my employer said, hey, we don't need you anymore. We are separating. You got 2 weeks. At least I had the decency to give me 2 weeks. Other employers don't even bother doing that. So definitely have 2 weeks to come up with a backup plan, think about what my approach is going to be. And this kind of takes me back to the beginning of the video where I was talking about AI and cheap labor taking over your job, the importance of having more than one income stream. Well, let me tell you, one thing I have done well, thank God, over the last 10, 15 years or so is really been working on having a second, if not more, streams of income. I've always been working on having additional income sources, whether it be 2 or more, anything and everything from a second job to commissions, sales, freelancing, YouTube, and even obviously affiliate income. So anything that can add additional income is always going to be a good safety net. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I hope that you listen. You need 1 or more additional income streams on top of the already 9-to-5 job income you have. This is not a luxury. I wish it was, but it is not. This day and age, it is a necessity. When the rug gets pulled from under your feet and you have nothing else to fall back on, I mean, it's going to be a really bad day. Rainy days, they happen. I'm currently going through a rainy day right now. So I'm glad I have a little bit of a emergency fund. I also have my income from YouTube and affiliate income from my other channel, Miguel EDC, which I talked a little bit in the previous video. And that should be sufficient for me to work on either getting a part-time job, looking for a whole new full-time job, or I might even try going full-time on this YouTube content creator gig that I've been really aiming for and dreaming about doing for the last 10, 15 years. So if you want to learn more about all the different YouTube channels I've worked over the last 15 years or so, check that video on the screen, guys. I really hope this video has been valuable to you. If there's anything that you should take away is please, please, please don't just be blindly loyal to your employer. Always work to make life decisions that benefit you, not the company you work for, but you on your personal level, your personal life. What's going to protect your family and loved ones when difficult times come, and that is having multiple streams of income. I want to do a income breakdown in a future video, so definitely subscribe to the channel if you like these kind of topics. If you got value out of this video so far, smash the like button, guys. And if you made it to the end, really appreciate you. Know that I want you to be successful. If you're a father out there, happy Father's Day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.